A car sitting on ramps looks stable. Calm, even. That's the problem. A lot of what's sold as a car ramp right now is built to a price, not a standard. And the only time you discover that is when something shifts under 2 tons of steel while you're lying beneath it. Today we go through 6 brands that aren't what they claim to be, and 3 that actually hold up when it matters. Brand number 1 to skip, Peterson steel ramps. Steel sounds serious. Heavy gauge, industrial. Peterson ramps carry that identity hard. Sturdy construction, rated for your truck, no-nonsense tool for real work. Independent failure testing from Project Farm's 2024 car ramp evaluation told a different story. Despite a published rating of 2,000 pounds per ramp, Peterson steel ramps failed structurally at around 7,750 pounds total. That sounds like a margin until you realize some full-size trucks place loads not dramatically far from that on 2 ramp contact points. When they fail, they fold inward along the frame ribs. No warning before they go. The rollaway number is worse. Researchers measured how much force it takes to push a vehicle off each ramp, simulating a worn parking brake, a slightly sloped floor. Peterson required just 129 pounds. Every other brand in the test needed significantly more. First to deform underweight. Least resistance when a car starts to roll. Both at the same time. Brand number 2 to skip, M-Auto. M-Auto ramps appear, structurally, to be the same product as several other Amazon brands wearing a different label. In Project Farm's testing, multiple brands, M-Auto among them, came from near-identical molds. Same cross-section, same hollow geometry, same rubber foot placement. When brands resell the same baseline product without independent quality control, batch-to-batch consistency becomes unpredictable. What M-Auto sells you is a weight rating stamped on a box. No published test data. No certification. No audit trail. That gap between the claim number and the structural reality is where people get hurt when they're already underneath the car and can't see what's happening. Brand number 3 to skip, Kicum. Kicum sits in the same anonymous import segment. In Project Farm's head-to-head test, Kicum landed in the bottom half across all 3 critical metrics: floor stability, structural failure load, and rollaway resistance. The pattern worth naming. These aren't brands with engineers and decades of load-bearing product heritage. They're importers with a SKU. No warranty infrastructure that means anything. No recall process. No engineering team reviewing failure reports. If the ramp fails, the seller disappears into the same marketplace algorithm that surfaced it. The next brand on this list is different. It's a name people actually trust. That's what makes what's documented about it more uncomfortable. Brand number 4 to skip, Rhino Ramp. Rhino Ramp is the most recognized name on this list. Sold at Pep Boys, Advanced Auto Parts, AutoZone. Decades on the market. That familiarity is real, and it's exactly what the brand is trading on. The documented problem isn't catastrophic structural failure. It's more insidious. The ramps slide. On smooth concrete, epoxy-painted floors, sealed slabs. Rhino Ramp's single rubber pad per ramp consistently fails to hold position during drive-up. Bob is the Oil Guy forums, grassroots motorsports threads, garage journal discussions spanning years all report the same thing. The ramp pushes forward when the wheel contacts it. Rear-wheel drive vehicles are especially vulnerable. Project Farm's 2024 testing flagged Rhino Ramp specifically for insufficient rubber stops. Owners have invented workarounds: rubber mats, wooden blocks against the wall, rope tricks, concrete anchors drilled into garage floors. The fact that an established brand with decades of sales requires user-invented countermeasures to function safely is worth sitting with. Under rough asphalt or older textured concrete, many people use these without incident. But your garage floor may not be that surface, and the ramp won't tell you when it's going to slip. Brand number 5 to skip, Black Widow. Black Widow ramps follow the same pattern as Rhino Ramp. Widely available, mid-price, insufficient rubber contact on the underside, prone to shifting on smooth floors during drive-up. Community reviews are split in a way that should give you pause. Some users report no issues for years. Others report the ramp kicked sideways on first use. That inconsistency, not universal failure, but unpredictable performance, is its own kind of problem when the product is holding your car off the ground while you're beneath it. Brand number 6 to skip. Harbor Freight Pittsburgh Steel Ramps. Precision matters here because Harbor Freight sells two Pittsburgh ramp products, plastic and steel. The plastic version performed remarkably well in independent testing, finishing near the top of the field. The steel version is a different story. Despite a 2,000 pound per ramp rating, the Pittsburgh steel ramps began deforming near 7,000 pounds total in failure load testing, structurally marginal for anything heavier than a standard passenger car. The plastic version outperformed them by more than 3 times. What you're paying for with the steel ramps is the appearance of industrial credibility, not the engineering behind it. 6 brands named. Now the other side, 3 that actually earn what they promise. The 3 that won't let you down. Before the names, understand what separates these from everything above. It's not price. It's not material. Plastic outperformed steel twice in this investigation. What separates them is engineering transparency, documented load performance, and a design that solves the 2 problems that kill people in garages: structural collapse and ramp slide out. Both, not one or the other. Brand number 1 worth buying, Buy Supply Vehicle Service Ramps. Buy Supply is not a household name. That's part of why it keeps getting overlooked. In Project Farm's 2024 failure load test, the most rigorous independent car ramp comparison conducted in recent memory, Buy Supply plastic ramps held 25,500 pounds before beginning to fail. Their rated capacity is 4,000 pounds per ramp. They held more than 6 times that. No other ramp in the test came close. The Pittsburgh plastic finished second at 24,900 pounds. Every steel ramp in the test failed at a fraction of those numbers. The floor stability performance matched. Multiple rubber contact pads on the underside. Not 1, not 2 placed badly, actually gripped smooth concrete. In head-to-head traction testing, Buy Supply didn't budge during drive-up. The traction surface on top grips the tire coming up. The base grips the floor going nowhere. At around $74 for a pair, this is not the cheapest option on Amazon. It is the option that held 25,500 pounds and didn't slide on a painted garage floor. Those 2 facts together make the price irrelevant. Brand number 2 worth buying, Pittsburgh Plastic, Harbor Freight. Yes, the same store that sells a steel ramp worth skipping also sells the best value ramp in this entire comparison. The Pittsburgh plastic ramps from Harbor Freight finished first overall in Project Farm's testing. At $60 for a pair, they held 24,900 pounds in failure load testing, nearly matching Buy Supply at less than half the price of some competitors. Floor stability was strong, traction on drive-up was consistent, and the ramp geometry handles most standard passenger cars and crossovers without scraping. The distinction to remember: Pittsburgh plastic, not Pittsburgh steel. Same brand name, completely different product. The steel version deforms near 7,000 pounds. The plastic version holds almost 25,000. Buy the plastic. Leave the steel on the shelf. Brand number 3 worth buying, Race Ramps. Race ramps exist in a different category entirely, and for a specific kind of vehicle, nothing else comes close. Made from solid expanded polystyrene foam with a structural skin, race ramps don't slide on garage floors. The material grips almost any surface without rubber pads, without mats, without workarounds. They won't scratch a painted floor. They won't dig into asphalt. They work on grass. The approach angle, as low as 5 degrees on the longer models, makes them the only practical ramp option for lowered vehicles, sports cars, and anything with a front lip that would scrape on a standard ramp incline. Note: Race ramps experienced a manufacturing facility fire in October 2025. As of mid-2026, some models remain on backorder while production recovers. The RR56 and RR67 service ramp lines are the ones worth waiting for if your vehicle runs low. For a daily driver sedan or a truck, Buy Supply or Pittsburgh Plastic is your answer. For anything lowered, modified, or with a front splitter, Race Ramps is the only name worth discussing. The test you can do right now. 2 minutes. No equipment. Place both ramps on your actual garage floor. Not a simulation, the real surface. Push each one forward with your foot. Firm pressure, like a slow tire roll. If either ramp slides more than an inch without real resistance, stop. What your foot found, the tire will find, except you'll be committed to the drive up when it happens. Check the underside. Count the rubber pads. One small pad per ramp is not enough on smooth concrete. Multiple pads distributed across the base is what holds. If the pads feel hard and glazed, add a rubber mat underneath or replace the ramps. Then cut the stated weight rating in half when planning your use. Not because the number is necessarily wrong. Buy Supply's rating is conservative and they held 6 times it. But because you don't know which production run your unit came from, and anonymous source ramps don't build a margin for you. Set the parking brake fully. Chock the rear wheels. Every time. These aren't redundancies. They're the system that works when any single component fails. What this category reveals. There are no mandatory federal performance standards for consumer car ramps in the United States. No required independent certification. A manufacturer can print any weight rating they choose. The number on the box is what the factory told the importer. Buy Supply and Pittsburgh Plastic earned their ratings under documented load testing. Race ramps earned their reputation across 2 decades of real garage floors. The 6 brands above earned something different: slide out, marginal failure loads, and sourcing that makes the weight rating a guess rather than a guarantee. Your car doesn't weigh any less because the ramp had a confidence sticker on it. If you want to keep finding out which products in your garage are actually what they claim to be, subscribe. This is not the only category where the number on the box and the engineering behind it are 2 completely different conversations.